Well, let's move on to our next topic. Rocco, it's your topic, buddy.
Okay, are you a DIY kind of guy?
Explain DIY for those who at home.
Are you a do-it-yourself?
Explain do-it-yourself.
And I'm
for
not
those
talking
who don't
about
know.
going in the shower and doing it yourself.
Well,
I'm talking about, are you the kind of guy that will say, all right, I need to get this kind of stuff done, either around the house, with the computers, with cars, with whatever it be, and you decide that, you know what, I'm going to try to attempt to do it myself and even actually do it myself instead of calling somebody else? Are you the guy that goes, fuck that shit, I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to call that guy up, and I'm just going to have them come over, and I'm just going to pay them, and then I don't even have to do anything? What kind of guy are you?
I'm definitely a do-it-yourselfer.
Yeah, like, what do you do?
I don't know, like anything like...
What do you do?
Well, as far as like the car and everything like that, like
yeah,
like paying $1,500, like the part's only like $200 and you're paying $1,500, like holy shit, like that's huge inflation or something like that. But like,
yeah, exactly, the labor costs. Or just,
yeah, but like how much? That's crazy for the labor costs. Like, I understand people need to get paid.
Yeah, I was just hired by Clay. He said he didn't want to really do this anymore, so he hired me to come on and be the host. So let's do this.
Are you a DIY kind of guy?
You went the long way for that.
It sounds like, no, I just
you did pretty good.
I wanted a glass of water.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It sounded really good, though. You sounded like you were from Tennessee.
Busting out all the accents today.
Yeah, I know. I could tell you're the accent guy. So, Steve, you were saying, though, you are a DIY kind of guy. So what else have you attempted to do? So you said you did some automotive stuff that you do instead of allowing...
Remember the TV that your mom and Uncle Neil gave me?
Mm-hmm.
Remember it was broken, and I looked up on YouTube on how to fix it.
I know these stories, Steve. You tell the stories to the guests, my friend.
Oh, okay. my bad.
Okay.
So,
we're doing a
show. My bad, I forgot. Well, anyways, let's see. Rocco's mom and dad, they had a TV that just kept going out on them and everything like that. So I was wondering, like, what was going on with it. It should have been an easy fix or something like that. So I looked up on YouTube. Actually, I looked up on Google. I just typed in and said problem with this TV. And it looked like it was just having like the little transformer issue or something like that. I forgot what the thing is. Capacitor. It was a capacitor. It's one little capacitor. And they said, yeah, if you could fix it, you can have it. So all I did was buy a little $2 capacitor, took the freaking back off the TV, and put the capacitor in, and boom, it worked.
Got yourself a free $350, $400, $500 TV.
And it was like a 40-inch TV or something like that.
And
it's just a little tiny issue and everything. I got a good 8 months out of it. And then I guess it kept blowing capacitors, kept blowing through the
Doesn't matter, $2 fix for you and that's it. It was a $2 TV.
Wasn't bad. Yeah. And then ended up tossing it out because it stopped working again. So
what causes you to be a DIY kind of guy? Like, what is it? Is that something you love to do? Is it a money thing, like value thing?
It's mainly for a money thing. Well, actually, I don't know. The thing is like I've never really had a lot of money. So maybe if I did, would I still be that kind of guy? That's the weird part.
Yeah.
So like I definitely do it yourselfer because of money.
Yeah, as of right now.
As of right now, but like,
you enjoy the learning process.
The thing is, I always said that. Well, yeah, I enjoy the learning process definitely because like, I've always wanted to be like, I don't want to be a mechanic because you're constantly dirty all the time. I can't stand dirty fingernails. And as far as like, I don't know, I can't stand it. But and then
just wear gloves.
The heat. I guess you could. And then
just wear gloves.
I guess I.
But I've always wanted I always wanted to learn how to like do stuff in my car just so I can fix it. Like,
yeah,
I always think that's like a really good tool.
I'm right there
with you. To have.
And so so for DIY stuff, like I feel like one, I'm saving money, and two, I'm learning a new trade. Like Steve was kind of talking about in terms of like just learning, like for cars, for instance, learning how to do that. So like I went and got tools to learn how to change my oil. Like I thought that was pretty cool. I did it once. I probably won't do it again. Because you have to dispose the oil, and that's a whole like thing, and like and like it will save you money over time. But like, it was also very unsafe that I realized afterwards. I was like, oh man, my car was not like it's on a hill a little bit, and like I was using this like little ass jack, and I was like, Like, there's stories of
No.
people getting their head crushed. Like, I just don't.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't live like out in the rural area. I live in the city, so I'm like, this is not the best really environment.
Yeah.
Maybe
Right
in
in the middle
future,
of the
yeah.
city street,
Yeah,
and you're like
it's-
changing your oil on the
Yeah,
side of the
it's
road.
just like anything. Anybody comes up and bumps it, like that thing is falling over on me, and I was like, okay, I'm not.
Sounds like a movie where a little pigeon comes and
Dude,
just like
well,
just like
yeah, because like I put my hand, and I put my hand on the car, and the whole thing was like, and I was like, oh.
no.
And thank
That's
God it
when
was
like,
done,
no.
but I was like, okay, not again.
Gotcha.
But it was cool. It was a good experience,
Yeah.
right? And I think when I was growing up, my dad was definitely not a do-it-yourself guy. He liked hiring a professional to come in and get it done quickly, efficiently, and he didn't mind paying the money for it. And I respect that. But I never had to mow the lawn. I never had to like really do a lot of gardening. I never had to like work on, and like I also then grew up not wanting to do any of that. But I hit a point in my life where I was like, dude, I don't know how to do any of this shit. Fucking, I need to learn. So I actually get really excited. Like, I had to break the frames, the window frames, screen frames, because they were just like old and cracky, and I had to make new ones. I went to Home Depot, and we actually have a very odd set of dimensions, so they don't make a pre-created one. So I had to buy the frames.
Oh, awesome.
I had to cut them with a saw. I had to measure out the screens. I had to put them in the screen with a tool that like rubs it, or, like puts it around and put the things in. Like, I learned a lot.
Yeah.
It sounds so stupid to like make your own screens.
No,
it's
but
really,
it's
but it
so
was
very
fun,
cool.
right? Like,
Yeah.
and I saved money. I didn't have to hire someone to come in or buy.
And you learn something new. Yeah.
So
exactly.
it was cool. It was pretty cool. I like doing that.
That's cool though, because that's the same way. That's the thrill that I get out of it too. I do a lot of DIY kind of stuff too, and the reason why I do a lot of it is, one, like you guys are saying, yeah, you do save money by doing it yourself, but two, I do it because there's been like just this like hunger for learning more about everything in life. Like, I'm like, yeah, maybe I'm not gonna do that more than once, but who cares? Like, I would like to learn how that process even works. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody, like, for example, there's some things that are out of my like expertise that I wouldn't even try to attempt. Like a transmission recently that blew and had to get it fixed. I wouldn't even try to attempt to repair it or do anything. I just took it to a shop to say, hey, you guys do it, who specializes in transmissions.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about like rotors being changed, you know, you're talking about like your brake pads, you're talking about like, you know, any of those things that like are pretty interchangeable and then aren't too complex, like I will definitely try to attempt to do those myself and on any type of automotive.
Yeah.
You know, on like a build it myself, you know, not taking anything away from my brother-in-law too, that also helped. But and Steve-O actually, but built a greenhouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
dude,
built
that's
it
so
up.
cool.
Instead of going out and like buying one, which there's prefab ones that are really good and they're efficient and they're awesome. They don't cost that much. We went out and did it ourselves, you know, and said we wanted to get this experience of how to do this, how to construct one. What does it take? How much does it cost? You know, can we do this on our own scale? Do we need to buy, you know, refurbished one? Can we make a company out of this? Can we build greenhouses for other people and make money off of it on the weekends? Which is something that we're actually going to start doing too.
That's smart.
We already have one person down the road. Now the other thing we also did with DIY is that led to like, even I want to make my own food. You know, like DIY to that point, not just build it yourself, but like make it yourself too.
Right.
You know, like I want to make our own food, so we'd be able to have kale and tomatoes.
I saw
and,
you posted, right? Did you get
squash
tomatoes?
and cucumber?
And
It was tomatoes, yeah.
and
Better
something
Boy
else?
tomatoes and then kale.
Kale, yeah, dude.
Blue Dwarf kale.
Fuck yeah.
So, and then eggs, right? Like chickens. We built a chicken coop. We've raised 13 chickens. Do it ourselves now instead of getting eggs coming from the grocery store. And now we're getting like 10 eggs a day. Easy. They're laying in the morning,
That's
in the
awesome.
afternoon. We have 50 eggs we just had the other day in a basket. It's like, it's awesome. And now we can even go to sell those too, where, you know, people are selling their eggs in the market for organic, you know, fresh eggs for 6 of them for like $3.50. And we're going to sell 12 of them for $4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's awesome. Like, and we can start giving to people in that way too. So it's like,
It's really interesting.
DIY is very, very gratifying is what DIY is for me. And that's why I'm a DIY kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like, I just like the way that tagline hits.
A DIY.
I'm a DIY
It's
kinda
pretty
guy.
cool too, because you start to see how much money people are actually charging for what would you call, I don't know what you would call it, like labor, right? Like
Labor,
if you build
yeah.
a computer these days, like I can build top of the line computer for about $1,700, and you look at what that would actually cost if you went to, you know,
It's
some
like $3,500.
exactly.
You
And
know,
so
like,
you're looking at how much you're actually paying that, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, they have to make a living too, but you're like, well, it's not that hard. I can learn how to do
but
it myself,
that's like
and I will save
$50 an hour, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
come
so,
on, bro.
I was so pissed when I found out like the shitty computer I got for the money I paid. Like I was so mad.
Oh, that's right, because you're building one as well, right, Steve?
I'm building one now, and it's gonna be like half the cost of what I paid for my shitty one. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's cool too.
Half the cost. I was like,
and I've thought about
shit.
that too. Like, what if we could get into like building computers for people? But the problem is like with tablets and laptops,
liability
these days,
and all that different stuff too.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a pain because it's like they get a virus, they'll call you, right? But like. Yeah. Which is not your job, but like but I just don't know how many people are actually buying desktops these days. But it would be really cool to fucking construct computers and like ship them out for people because it's not that hard.
It's funny that you talk about that. That's one of my next projects. Like on my goals is to learn small engineering, small like motherboard soldering and all that electronics.
Wow. Cool.
So I want to learn electronics and I want to learn engineering for the sake of like RC hobby kind of stuff. Like I want to start to build like
drones,
cars, drones, all these little things. I want to do that because I want to understand electronics and how they operate and work. So that for whatever reason, I'm thinking larger scale for stuff like
booby
my
traps,
aquaponics systems,
and if they
aquaponics systems and other things like that, ways of how it all can be engineered and made it more efficient and because if I understand that knowledge, it's more information I now have to work off of. So I can go, oh, I know how that operates and works. But what if we were to try to do it this way? Yeah. But if I don't know, then if I never take that time to learn it, then I'll never have a clue about it. It'll never be an opportunity to make new innovation.
You should just look up on how to make a bow. That's it. You should make a bow yourself.
Yeah, but I really want the specific kind.
Bro that we play with on the game, he's been attempting to make his own recurve bow.
I know. I mean, that would definitely be a fun project.
Like recurve long bow. It's just a project he wants to do too, like a hobby, like we're talking about, just to eventually make his own bow, and then if he likes the way how it felt with the experience of it, make really good bows, just to
sell.
Why? Because he likes that. No, I mean eventually like sell. He makes some money off of it and stuff like that. But just because he just likes that, you know what I mean? Like working with your hands and doing something that ends up
like there's this guy that I watched that he makes boomerangs. He started off making boomerangs himself, and now he makes boomerangs like in the shapes of like superhero stuff. Like he made a batarang.
Cool.
That's cool.
Like pretty cool.
That is awesome.
And I watched him on YouTube and everything like that, and he's made that. He's also made like a Sivir boomerang type thing.
No shit.
So it looks like her thing, and it legitly works. Like he knows the craft of making a boomerang, and like he can make it any size, and it'll always come back to you. So it's so cool.
Speaking of Sivir and League of Legends, and we'll transition out of this topic in a minute. The internationals are coming up. We need to prepare, and I want to do a stream. I would love to do a stream of as it's like the finals. It would
live.
It'd be pretty cool.
Live when we're chatting on them, what's kind of commentating. I gotcha.
Yeah.
For sure.
That'd be pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, we did
DIY
we can
kind
have
of
like
guys.
our own like little screen. Right?
DIY kind of guys.
We're just we don't want to listen to other people commentate. We want to commentate over a while watching. All right.